was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that we you heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. A song for the lonely, the tired and the weary. A song for the broken, the mighty. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed. Share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. 'Cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, cause it's showtime!
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Today, the magic begins. It is a new...
How do you like that?
I like the shot. You did good.
Okay.
I gotta tell you something. I'm impressed with the lighting.
Oh, yes.
Did a good job. Wait, that's because she's Queen Victoria over here.
Good morning.
Oh, hail the Queen.
Oh, please.
How do you feel about that? Why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, for anyone who may not know me, I'm usually behind the screens or in the chairs over in the corner. I'm Alana, not Dawn, but...
She's Alana. Dawn is on an assignment. She'll be back in about an hour.
we miss her already.
I'm sorry, what was her name?
You funny, very funny. Yeah,
Alina?
speaking of names, I'm sure anyone who watches the Brooklyn Cafe show, morning or afternoon, has picked up by now that Mr. Freddie over here does not always remember all of the crew's names around here. For those of you who don't know, we all have nicknames around here. So instead of Dylan and Gene, you might be like, who is Gene? Well, it's Slick behind camera right now, and everybody knows him by Slick. The nicknames kind of stick, but we like to give him a hard time and quiz him once in a while.
Do you know that this Mr. Slick decided to open up a merch store with the word Slick?
Well, I was going to say after yesterday's show, because we had some fashion designer on yesterday, King Charles. So was he inspired by
He's coming
yesterday's
back,
show?
Yes, he's
Or was
gonna
this beforehand?
No, this is beforehand. But you're going to be interviewing King Charles, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, and I'm trying to see if I can get like the two things. It started off with me shopping, then now like I'm gonna be interviewing him.
What did you buy?
2 shirts.
Really?
Yeah, I want the wasabi shirt,
Hmm.
and what is it? The smiley face shirt. But I'm gonna try to see if he can put the smiley face on the back.
To have it on the same?
Yeah, like to just have it on the back, not on the front.
Well, I'm gonna have him come in because I have some
Because it's nice. Though.
stuff I want.
But you said Slick wanted to do a merch store? What would
He
you
has
sell?
He has a merch store.
Oh yeah.
Slick Speaks.
I don't know of
I
a
have
merch
some- I
store
have some-
part of Slick Speaks.
Yeah, I have some hoodies. You know, if you guys want some
Hats,
slick
hoodies.
hats, slick hats. Or
He has
slick
groupie. He has what they call the groupie
The
section.
groupies, the
Groupie
fans.
section.
Groupie section. What groupie section? What do I have in this groupie section?
Your
You have
followers,
shirts, your
yeah.
Okay.
Your fan club.
Okay, cool, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think we put yours up in the cafe merch store. But anyway, we're gonna have a merch store for every show that's in here. That's why you need to vector because you need to help us do this. And Anna,
We'll
Taylor.
figure it out today.
We got it.
But it's fun because Slick Speaks. I remember when I first met Slick, it was Cool Cat. He didn't like that.
Not at all.
Cool cat?
Yes.
But
He
you
doesn't
should've
strike
seen.
me as a cat.
Yes.
But you
that's
should
it.
see how he was dressing. He had a vest. He had a hat. And he had a look.
Sounds like a very similar look to what I'm used to seeing.
Oh no, he's sharper than me. I mean, this guy
No, it was
was.
because
I call him Sir
we
Cool Cat.
we were doing a deal at a hotel, and then Freddie, he doesn't give me like dress code information. He's just like, just come in, dress nice for a meeting. So. I just
No.
went
You did that at the hotel.
I want to know.
And I don't want to tell you why you did it at the hotel. I know why you did. But you were dressing like that coming into studio when you first started.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, you're supposed to dress, they say you're not supposed to dress for the job you have, but the job you want.
That's right.
So you're always one step ahead of how you're being perceived by everyone around you.
And he comes in, and I tell Dawn, I said, this guy reminds me of Shaft. Now, in the day Shaft, not the modern Shaft. He looked like Mr. Cool. So I call him Cool Cat. He says, I don't like that name. Just like Vlad doesn't like Amadeus.
I've never really heard you call him that.
He got mad. And you don't mess with Mr. Abs, because I really don't dig that name, he told me. I
So
said,
how'd you come around to Slick if it's not Cool Cat?
So what happened was one day we went on a shoot, on a remote shoot at another marketing company,
Okay.
and he was hanging in there, and I couldn't remember his name. I said, "What the hell?" And Dawn was doing something.
Such
I
an
said,
easy name too.
What is his name?
You know.
So I said, "Yo, Slick." Now in the day, Slick was somebody you want to keep your eyes on.
If someone was being slick, yes, you want to keep an eye on him.
Facts.
It's how things get by ya.
And then he loved it. And now everybody gives him a name. Everybody
Now he
calls
does. He
him
spells it special though. It's not SLICK.
No.
Correct. It's with 2 C's. SLICC. Right.
Yeah.
Right, Slick.
Correct.
But
He spells it differently. And what does Danielle Boujan call you?
Oh.
You have another nickname?
Jim. She calls me Jim.
instead of Jean, is
Because
it Jean?
It's Jean, but like I introduced myself as Jean, and then she just went
That's the
on.
problem.
She said Jim. Because I always introduce, I'm not say always, but like majority of the time it's always Jean, and then I'm like, yeah, but yeah, you can call me Slick as well. But it always goes off.
For some of the other nicknames you may find around our station, it includes Slick,
RK.
RK, Folders,
Yeah.
TikTok,
Mhm.
Cracker Barrel, Am I missing any, Slick? What are some other ones we hear
Taps?
tossed around?
Taps, yeah, La Bamba.
I don't think that's gonna stick.
La Bamba.
La Bamba, salsa.
Salsa, yes.
Am I missing
You don't
any?
like taps? You need something more. I tried to use butter. You said no.
I'm not a fan of butter. I'm a real fan of my name Alana because I think it's pretty short as is, and it's the name of my show, Tap with Alana.
So I put in tap. Taps is not bad.
We'll get you there.
He just wants to give everybody a new
We'll work on it.
Alana is a very difficult name for me to remember.
Oh, thank
Now,
you.
as you can tell, I've been practicing all night to remember it because it's
You-
like, who is it that I don't call by a nickname?
Teddy.
Teddy,
Literally
Vlad.
Teddy.
Vlad, he calls Vlad.
Vlad, yeah. Vlad.
Because Vlad specifically told me that.
Not to call him.
He's like that mascot with that guy. He's
May
like,
the mask be with you.
Yes,
Yes.
he's like Alpha Centauro. He says, I don't like that name. Now he's beginning to come around. I could call him Taps the way he was dancing the other day.
He was good. I was gonna say, you guys have to, for anyone watching, you have to tune in
This
tomorrow because the boys
Yeah.
are coming back strong from
I don't
last
know.
Friday.
I don't think they are.
They
Because
put
the
some
only one-
organization behind
But the only
it.
one that I know that's going to be here is Slick. I don't know any other guys.
I know the new guy, Jeremy, learned it.
Yeah,
Two guys.
Jeremy, yeah.
Two guys is not a crop
and
make.
Slick did say that he sent it out. That he gave the guys the choreography.
It looks like they run away. They
Yeah,
run
I gave
it
the word
away.
to the guys, but like,
Did you get a response back?
not at all, because I'm not saying because they're guys, but like, for the guys, I have to say, I put the word out. I haven't received anything back. That's literally it. So I was left on red.
We need to bring him in.
You look like-
Nobody talked about it yesterday. Not even Vlad.
We'll have to run it. Maybe around the afternoon show when we have more of the crew in. We can
Oh, they'll all be here
play
tonight.
the song and we'll run through it.
Most definitely.
That's right. We may have to tape that.
We'll do a practice run.
Listen, yesterday we actually did something different, and I got a few phone calls last night.
Oh yes, good or bad?
Good,
Good.
good. And they were talking about the hard start, they call it. You know, when we
Our
started
domino
with the
game.
domino. And everybody was talking about, wow, what was that? And I have another skit in mind today. You bring
No.
your board?
It may have gotten left at home today,
Okay, I have a wood board because I prepare for you to forget.
but I don't have the shoes.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to figure it out. And I brought the sand because I asked you to do that yesterday.
You also said you were going to send me a reminder.
Facts.
Wow.
You said, hey man, it's on you now.
That's
We may
okay,
have
'cause
to
I gotta-
postpone it for next
No, we ain't
week.
postponing nothing. But I have a plan B.
What's the
We're
plan?
gonna go a different way with this. But
Okay.
I have a skit in mind that we're gonna use.
I'll pack it in my car for next
No,
week.
it's okay. Don't worry about it. I
The
can
board
go to
is
Woodward
heavy.
And pick you up. A piece of wood is not heavy.
Yeah,
I have a
it is.
special board, a really nice
Well,
board.
I don't have a special board,
Coming
but you didn't bring your special board.
I'll
so-
have to load it in my car. I was running out the door this morning. I already told you I was very angry driver coming this morning. People are not nice around this area on the highway.
Well, that's a good place to begin today's show. Are people nice? Drivers in Boca.
Drivers.
No, not at all.
You don't think so?
No, because a majority of the people in Boca, as when I answer Boca, they're mostly doing their makeup, coffee. They're not paying attention to the road.
Anything but driving.
Yes. It's like their car's on autopilot, like literally, and they're what is it? Most of them, yeah, basically just have.
Do you
their
drive
window
angry?
visor out.
Not at all.
Slick, do you drive angry?
It all depends. All depends on the situation and like the
I
group
think-
of people I'm in.
I think I get heated on the road just because people are not courteous. I mean, you're on the highway, there's traffic, it's the morning, people are getting to school, getting to work, everyone's trying to merge slowly, and there's just people that try to zoom and cut the line and drive off the side to get as quickly as they can, and it's rude to everybody slowly merging correctly.
Correct.
Gets
So
me
when you
heated.
drive, you get angry. You were heated before you got in the car.
No,
You
I
started to
was
do the war
I was
dance.
nice and calm. I was
Oomba
calm when I
chaka,
started.
oomba, oomba,
It's
oomba
right when I
chaka.
hit up 95, right
I
here by
heard,
Boca.
yeah, you dance around your car, and they even told me the song. I can't stop this feeling. Ooba chaka, ooba, ooba. You heard that song?
I don't think so. I've
heard
heard
that
of this
song?
song. I know what you're talking about.
And you do
by the
war
chorus.
dance. Yes.
Yes.
And you do the war dance, and you get in your car, and here we go. We gotta do a bit of you driving,
Of me driving.
putting a camera on you. You can't drive like that. You gotta chill.
No, you don't. Especially
Don't listen to him.
with
Do you know how
Floyd,
this
you
guy
don't.
drives?
I was gonna say, I've been in the car.
No.
I'm trying to think if I've been in the car with Slick. I've been in the car with RK's a good driver. He's driven before for the crew remotes. Usually he's the one to drive actually
This
over
is
Slick.
Slick. He picks me up,
Okay.
and he goes to me, Freddie, yes. I said, Slick, why are you driving like a madman? And he lost my glasses.
Yeah,
can't see.
I drive like
You drive like this.
I had to pick him up from Mercedes, and I didn't have my glasses.
There's a truck and a car. And my life is on this maniac putting the car into a spaceless pit.
I was gonna say, is he one of those that swerves? Boom, 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 ping ponging down the highway?
So I have my dad bag because I say if I die,
I'm sorry,
a
a dad bag?
Yeah, leather.
But she doesn't know about the dad bag?
Can you explain what's a dad bag?
It's the heavy bag that I have.
It's leather.
You know
Okay.
my heavy computer bag?
The man purse, yes.
It's not a man purse, it's a dad bag.
It's like a briefcase.
It is a briefcase, but they call it the dad bag because everything's in there.
Yeah.
Wires.
It's like the Mary Poppins bag.
She's in there too.
Okay.
So I'm hugging Auntie, he says, and then the seat was up because I figured if I'm gonna die, I don't want to see it coming. So I'm hugging this bag and I'm closing my eyes. He goes, you can get yourself comfortable. And I'm saying, I'm driving with Urkel, and he's driving with his eyes almost closed. And I'm saying, how does this man see? And he's going 95.
Was this the past couple of days, Slick, when you just lost your glasses?
This was
This is a new
This
adventure.
is a new one.
Oh boy.
So we are going to create the adventure of Slick. If you want to have a ride, Orlando ain't going to have nothing. Disney World ain't going to have nothing on us. We will put
Do
you.
I want to ride?
Yeah.
After this, you're gonna convince me to then get in the car with them?
It's like that scary house thing. That haunted house,
I
right?
can try.
Well,
I get
a
there
haunted
safe.
house is gonna be safe. I know what it's there for. That's
For
kind of
Halloween.
risking my life going behind the
And
wheel.
I'm going to put fake spider webs in his car, so
Whoa.
that it's difficult
So
for you to see.
it's
what's
not a
coming.
haunted house. It's the haunted
car.
car.
Yeah.
Slick's haunted car.
That's right. That's going to be the new
Right.
adventure.
Come by this October for Slick's haunted car ride. $5 a ride around the block.
She can turn anything into a commercial.
No, but I'm a safe driver. You got here safe. No bumps, no bruises.
Well, I bet that. Have you ever received a ticket before? Because I can say I've never received a ticket.
You're not going to believe this.
No tickets?
I got pulled over the other day in front of the radio station going 59 in a 35.
Oh no.
And the cop is behind me, and they have a trap over there now.
But I
He
feel
goes-
like you would talk your way out of a
But
ticket.
check it out. He goes,
Uh-huh.
woo, woo, woo. I went, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I pull over. First of all, I pull over to the right. I should have made it left for his safety. But,
Right.
And I apologized to him.
Hmm.
So I said to him, officer, I'm going to be honest with you. I have never been pulled over for a ticket.
Is that true?
You can look it up. You can do whatever you want. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to give you. I have my insurance card on my phone. Is that good? Yes. And I got my registration. I leave it on the top because I don't want to look for it. So boom.
Mhm.
And here's my license. I said to him, I'm really sorry. I'm late for a gig and this is going to make me later. Yes, I know. I told him I was in Auxiliary at the 3-4 in New York the whole night. So he walks to the car. And he's over there for 10 minutes. He comes back and he says, you either never got caught or you're not lying to me. You never got a ticket.
He was searching your record.
I says, I'm telling you the truth. I never go fast. The reason I was going fast is because there was a bunch of cars. They were like all over, like ping pong.
Mhm.
And I had to get to the radio station. So he says, I would appreciate it if you would slow it down because we're going to be doing these checks and everything else in Boca. And have a nice day.
And he let you go.
I was like, what just happened?
And I got a nice guy.
$230 ticket.
They're expensive.
And you've never gotten a ticket?
I've never received a ticket.
Now let us ask the elephant in the room.
Oh boy, I'm scared for this
How many
answer.
tickets have you gotten there?
Me, I can't say I had no.
You can't
I-
say?
Never. Not even a parking ticket.
I got a parking ticket.
No, I'm talking about speeding, wrong turn.
I would say only one speeding ticket, and that was like when I first got my license. Everything else, no. Parking infractions, yes.
So just one,
Yeah, just one.
And
plus
you-
the parking.
and you
I've never had a
ticket?
I've never
Well,
had
how
a
long you been
parking
driving?
ticket.
Like a year?
Real funny. Real funny. He thinks I'm a baby around here when I'm older than most of your younging
You know, it's
youngin'
funny.
crew around here.
I never ever realized her to be older than most of the producers in here. Nobody would.
Kids
believe it.
nowadays look so old too, and I've always been told I look young. I was always
You're Miss
I'm always
America. You're
carded.
Miss
I'm
Florida.
always
You miss, all this congeniality. They made movies about you.
I love that movie actually.
Do you?
Yeah, Miss Congeniality. That's a funny one.
It's funny because we were talking about yesterday how I invited Madonna to the studio. You know Madonna's coming today. She here?
Who's Madonna?
Madonna Gomez.
I don't think I've had the pleasure to meet Madonna
Well, you're
Gomez.
gonna meet her today. She's actually, it's the intern that I told you about 2 years ago that never made it. She's
Okay.
coming
She's
today.
coming back.
Madonna
So her
Gomez.
nickname is Madonna. By the end of the day, I have a feeling I'm going to create a worksheet for Freddie with all of our real names and all of our nicknames, and we'll see how many he
I'm gonna
can
hang it in
get
the bathroom.
correctly.
My goal in life right now is to drive this poor girl crazy. She
It's
tells me
starting
I
to
like
work.
things in a box. I don't put things in a box. I like. She did these beautiful, beautiful cards. Even my son. You got a compliment.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
No,
Gio,
My bad.
What
My
do you-
bad. I don't know what's going on. My
Slick.
bad, my bad,
we're
my
going
bad.
all over the place. You're making me dizzy.
and
It's
Gio
me behind the
complimented
board. That's it.
complimented you about the
Cleaning it up.
Yeah. He says fine lines, clean. Except that one part we have amp twice. Amp big and then amp media production. He says you only need it once.
That's our logo, though. It's the big AMP, and then underneath it spells it out.
I know, but he says he should put the big AMP and then media production. I said to him, can you teach her how to vector and Anna how to vector, TikTok how to vector? Because if I have the three of you, I see how fast you are.
Mhm.
I get merch stuff done real fast.
We'll make it work.
So we're gonna make it work. Now you guys are doing the show tonight.
Yeah.
We do later
At
this
7:30.
evening.
Do anybody know what you're gonna be talking about?
When we talk about business.
I'm gonna hear about Slick's nice plan after the show ends to see
What
what
plan
he's
do
got
you have?
cooking.
My
What plan?
plan is I'm going off the base of Dawn, but we're gonna be talking about business tonight, and I'll say a call.
You're
to
listening
action
to
for
Dawn?
business. No, I'm not listening to Dawn. It's just after commercial break, but like the first part's gonna be Slick Speaks, but after the commercial break is gonna be
Tell us
call
your
to
biz.
action about business.
Well, the call to actions are very
Yeah.
important.
And
I
then-
heard that you created a toilet paper shirt. Is that true?
Toilet paper
I
shirt?
wish I did, but
That does not sound sanitary.
Not enough.
It's not used toilet paper. It's
I didn't
toilet
say it had to
paper.
be, but if it was toilet paper,
Toilet paper.
But it wouldn't work that well down here because it rains a lot and it's always damp here. So toilet paper shirt, it
That's
just
what I heard.
disintegrate.
There's a way of doing everything.
Really?
Just pull a little toilet paper off your sleeve and replace it.
That's disgusting.
you would never have that issue in the stall when you're running out of
That's
toilet paper.
disgusting, Yeah.
You ever go on a trip and have to pull over to one of them? Do they even have those things
Rest
open?
stops?
Yeah, are they still open with
Well,
the COVID?
I live in South Florida and I went to school for 5 years in Tallahassee, and that's about a 7-hour
So
drive.
you used to pull over?
So you have to at least halfway get some gas, and sometimes when you have to go, you have to go.
Now, is the women's bathroom nicer than the men's? Because the men's stink.
Well, I've never been in the men's bathroom, and I certainly hope you haven't stepped foot in the women's
I
bathroom.
haven't. But I was wondering, does it smell as bad as the men?
I don't know, but you want to know a little fun fact about bathrooms and cleanliness? My mom works in the industry, sanitary. She works with the paper towels and the toilet paper and the tissues. And she will tell you the best way for her to judge the cleanliness of a business is by the bathroom, for restaurants, let's say. So if you walk into a restaurant and you go use their bathroom, and the bathroom is not the cleanest, just imagine what their kitchen looks like for their sanitation standards.
Well, where do you think they get the ingredients for the food?
Well, from the kitchen, not
the
the
bathroom.
bathroom. But if they're allowing you to see their bathroom and it's not looking so good, just imagine what they're not showing you in the kitchen.
True fact. That shrimp has to be put in water somewhere.
Oh. Not that water. Please, not
No.
that water.
Now,
Ugh.
ladies and greatest, did you see that the handshake is making a comeback?
Really?
Since the pandemic, people are shaking hands
People
again.
are shaking hands again because doctors are saying that that was ridiculous. That's not the way you transfer the virus.
I think it wasn't necessarily the fact that it was touching, but it was the close proximity that you had to then get with someone else to shake their hands. You weren't staying your distance,
Well,
right?
the piece I saw was on the shaking of the hands. The proximity depends on whether or not the breath is going to hit you. But I was sitting there one day and I'm scratching I'm saying, you know, if I meet a guy, he's picking his nose, he doesn't wash his hands, you don't want to shake his hand.
No.
Or if a guy coughs, you ever seen how people cough into their hand?
Yes.
Or
Instead of the vampire
instead
cough.
of doing this, they do this.
That's or like this.
But
They
if
go
you
like
shake that hand, then the doctors would be wrong because you're exposing his water vapor on your hand, on his hand, right?
this.
35 million germs are on your hands on any given day.
At all times. Makes me think of a hotel room remote control. They say that's the germiest thing sometimes in the room. That
When
gets
you
left
leave a
behind.
bathroom, what's the number one problem?
I would say the door handle,
That's right.
right?
That the whole
Always
piece of toilet
touched.
paper. Now somebody had to make that toilet paper.
That's why I like the push doors. I could push it open with my shoulder or my foot.
I'm gonna call you and says, Alana, can you push the door the other way? Thank you. Out.
No, it usually pushes open when you're leaving.
No, I want you to push it open because I have to pull it open. So I want you to run and push open the door like this.
Careful what
So
you
that
wish for.
So that I can then leave.
We'll be pushing the other way, keeping them in. You know, my grandpa always says, you're talking about picking your nose. You can pick your nose and you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
He's a smart man.
He is a very
Your
smart
grandfather
man.
told me Confucius said, if you go to sleep with itchy butt, you wake up with stinky fingers.
Oh my goodness. That one did not come from him.
Yes,
That's
it
a
did.
Freddieism.
No, ask him. That's a true statement.
Oh,
It's a true
boy.
statement.
You should know.
Me, I should know. Not personally, but like, yeah, it makes logical sense. Like, itchy butt, stinky finger, or stinky fingers, yeah.
It's funny, we were having a conversation the other day about who you would date and who you wouldn't date. What are some of the bad habits of somebody that you would not tolerate to date them even though you're attracted to them?
Like, where's the line when the line is drawn?
Yeah, where's the line? That's what we should call the segment. Where's the line? Where is the line? What would you do? What would you not date
I
no
was
matter
gonna
how attracted you are to
You'd
the
have
person?
to give me the situation,
Well, you're attracted to this person
right?
and he or she or whatever it is does something that you say, that's it, I would never be able to forgive that.
I mean, a big turn off for me sometimes is you can meet someone and the way that they interact and treat you is sometimes different than how they are to other people. Sometimes
it's
you
not
go out
real?
to a restaurant or you go somewhere and you see how they treat other people that they may not be
The real deal.
the real deal.
So they're just hiding to get your attention.
Yeah.
So like you'll go to dinner and the guy sees the check, he says, you know what, you pay for this.
That's
Got it.
How's that?
I'm all for equality, you know, I'll pick up the check sometimes,
Every
but
time.
if it's just assumed and every time, then
Not too good.
not
Not good.
I like things to be fair.
She does that. What does she do, Slick? What's she do? Oh, we were making fun of that the other day. 'Cause
From
Slick is
me?
like- yeah.
Did I do that
You
the other
and
day?
Dawn, you do it all the time.
Do we have looks and sounds?
You go like this, and then Dawn goes this way. I go, at least
Yeah,
the
Dawn
two
do
of you
like
doing it in the
that.
opposite direction. We were dying. That's so
For
funny.
sure, yeah.
So you don't like fakeness.
No. You have to be genuine.
So if a guy is acting fakely, do you recognize it?
I don't think so. I can often tell. I mean, more so than not, I can see through a lot of girls and friends.
Really?
Besides just dating, just for friends out there and people
So you
that I
can
would
be like a
associate.
Geiger counter and says, Alana, tell me, what do you think that chick is real or what? And you're telling me, Freddie, would you do that?
Maybe. I'd give you the real deal. I'd give you the...
Really? So you know
The
what?
scoop.
You are like the best female companion to a group of guys because you're like the Geiger counter.
Just to be like,
The wingman is what I'm hearing.
You're a wingman?
That's what you're making it out to be, you know, wing woman.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
I don't think that's a thing, but like that's what you're making it out to.
No, but think about it. If you're hooking up or trying to flirt with this woman and a line goes, yo, that ain't the real deal over there.
If I was out with the guys and we were out with the crew,
Yeah.
I would nod to them or be like, she's giving me bad vibes. I would let them know.
You would.
Yeah, cause I
Well,
wouldn't
how do we
want
know
them.
You're right?
I may not be, but
What if she's getting all the attention? There's no attention on Alana.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I am not big on
You're
attention.
confident. You're not big on attention? Really?
You know that I'm an introvert.
Yes.
And
I
so
do.
we
That's
don't.
why I
We,
picked
I don't
that.
necessarily seek out for attention in large crowds. I'd rather sit back and observe. But
You know, the hardest thing in society is to have a talented introvert. Because we get cheated of all this. You should have seen what was going on here yesterday. Her and Anna, it was like it was in stereo. I was watching something being done and something being done, and I'm going like this, and I'm talking to her and watching film and talking to her. Amazing stuff in an hour.
it was a good day.
But nobody knows this because Anna's an introvert also. The women in here are introverted and talented.
We get along well. I really like her.
And
We
the-
talk up a storm when it's just us two over on the
I'm
side.
going to put a mic in there. I'm going to record it.
You're gonna hide one on us.
The guys are all extroverts and not too much talent.
I would say they all have special talents.
And they get jealous of Slick
It's a matter of finding them.
because he has the real special talent. He's the specialist.
No, I'm not though. I feel like because Teddy left and Teddy was like the MVP, like a lot of stuff came to me that I wasn't.
And I'm going to show you you're wrong. Teddy was the biggest introvert in the room.
No, but I like her conversation. Like I gained something out of like talking to her, working with her.
Because she's smart. That's what I'm saying. Introverts that are hard to read because they have all this talent. Do you know why Teddy used to say, "Get out of the way"? That's because I pushed her out of that introvert comfort zone. And I said to her, "I need you to take more charge."
You
So
made her crazy.
I did.
Like what you're trying to do to others.
But
Yeah, like you. But the delivery is where you have to work on it. See, your deliveries until I heard the card thing, which now scares me. I'm going to write down your license plate. If
I
see you
am
coming,
very
I'll move to the
safe.
side.
If I have passengers, I'm the safest
Do you ever
driver.
give people the finger or throw your shoe at
No,
people?
no, I don't. No, kindness gets you far. And I'm courteous to other people. I get angry when people don't let other people in, but I'm always the person who'll let others go first.
So let's say you're eating a sandwich and I come in and I grab the sandwich, take a bite, and have some of your chips. And
Would
that
I
would
be
drive you nuts?
would I be upset on the inside?
Yeah.
Yes, but on the
And what
outside,
would you say?
I'm going to think logically and go,
yeah.
you know what? Freddie must have been really hangry today, and he probably needed that half of the sandwich more than I did. That's what I would think. And then I might approach you an hour later after you're fed and maybe, calm down a little bit from snatching the food from other people. And I may say, hey, Freddie, what you did earlier, it was kind of uncool, but let me know if you need a sandwich or if you need something that I can help with. That's how I would handle it.
I'm going to tell you a bit that I did once.
Uh-oh.
But I don't want you to share this because I'm probably going to do it again in the future.
All right, it's between us and all the viewers watching.
So I went, I analyzed, I used to go to a restaurant, analyze, and watch people order and ask the waiters for the price of food.
Okay.
So that would let me know that, they're on a budget.
Mm-hmm.
This is going back in the day. So I would sit there and I would get up and I would just pick the people's food. I'm like, hi, my name is Freddie and I'm really hungry. And
To
they're
see what
like-
they do.
And they're like, and yes. And I couldn't do this with guys because when I did it with guys, they got all manly. I mean, wanted to beat
They'll
me
beat you up.
Yeah. But with the girls, they were like in shock.
Mhm.
Now you have to pick the right person. And I'm eating it. I go, what's the matter? She goes, I don't know you. Why are you eating my food? What is the matter with you? Now, after it got heated a little bit, because I had to defend myself, what are you talking? I would buy them anything they wanted on the menu. Steak dinner, champagne, it didn't matter. And that was the way I ended it.
Okay.
Was that I would more than compensate for the stupid behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would show them the cameras and stuff like that. Like a
It reminds me of a
case.
show.
Candid camera.
Do you know what show I'm thinking of?
Candid camera.
Mm-mm.
What show?
What Would You Do? Have you ever heard of that
I've never
show?
heard of that. But that's
No.
good though.
It's a show called What Would You Do? And they do different scenarios to see how people react. And then after, when they come forward, I'm trying to remember the name of the person who hosts it, but they set up many different situations and scenarios that are sometimes really controversial. They'll have people having a conversation or be arguing, and then they'll tell them, have so-and-so walk away, to see who would approach the situation, who chimes in, when do people where's the line, when do people step in, when do they ignore it? And then afterwards they confront them and say, this is what would you do? And we wanted to talk about what you did or did not do.
I kind of like that. In the day, it used to be called Candid Camera.
Candid
Remember
camera.
that?
I never heard of that one.
Candid Camera used to do the most outrageous things.
Like,
That scenario I just got, which I stole from them.
which they did.
I was in Georgia one day. I went to my daughter-in-law's, my stepdaughter's graduation, and I'm sitting there minding my own business, and I'm sitting there all cool, with my hat, being cool, and
Looking all slick.
and this lady comes and she sits on my lap.
She sat right on your lap,
Boom,
and you didn't know her.
not at all.
And hold on. She said, what?
She sat on my lap.
Slick
Sat
wants
right
to
on
know
your
how
lap.
this went down.
So check this out.
Details.
All right, check this out.
Go
So Sarah and Linda were at the table. They saw what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
My son, Freddie, was there. He was crying so hard. He's like, "What are you doing? What am I doing? I'm minding my business. I had a drink in one hand.
You
I
didn't
had this
say a
woman
single
in the other.
word
Not a
It
single word.
happens.
So she sits on and she's taking pictures with her phone
with you guys.
with me and
Selfies.
her. Yeah. So I put my arm behind her because she was leaning. She had a very short dress, and I didn't want to have foreign
Yeah.
substances in my drink. So I said.
I think Slick would have let her fall.
So I said to her, "I'm sorry. I seem to have forgotten your name." As opposed to, "I'm sorry.
Who
the
are
hell
you?
I wanted to be nice because she took out a gun and shot me. She says to me, "I want to get my ex-boyfriend very jealous. Will you help me?" As she's taking pictures. I said, "No problem." So I look at Linda. I go, because I'm thinking maybe somebody set me up here. And
It's
they're
a what would you do?
crying
They have the
out.
film camera on
Well,
the
they're
side.
laughing. They're laughing their asses off. But then they get up and they leave to go take pictures.
Oh yeah.
And they just left you.
It happened. No, it happened like that. But not saying I had it that way, but like I had situations where they
Slick.
did pull out their phone. I didn't even know them.
In my life, this has never happened. She had deep ruby lipstick on, and she starts kissing and leaving me marks. Now I'm saying this has got to be a setup, because who in their right mind gets up and just leaves
For a
a
stranger.
stranger? And she's leaving like kiss marks all over my face. And I said to her, "Do you want to take this inside?" But I was only kidding.
She look at you and go, uh-huh.
She says, "Absolutely. I'll meet you inside." Okay. So my son is giving me white beads to get the lipstick off. He says, everywhere you go, there's always a story.
It's an aura.
So I walk by the Linda and them. I says, "You guys suck. You just let this go on. She'll tell you if you ask her." So I go inside the house.
Maybe it was a test on their end to see what you would do.
What am I going to do with a strange woman? I go in the house and I sit down. Now everybody saw this incident outside.
Right.
I sit in this chair. There are only 2 chairs in the whole house. It's 117 degrees outside. It's nice and cool. I'm sitting on the air vent. I tell my son, get me another drink because I don't believe. And I'm wiping the lipstick off me.
Ooh.
This lady comes over. Now, you ever seen the women from Georgia? They look a lot like you. Blonde,
Is that a good
pretty,
thing,
like a
bad thing?
peach. Yeah, I call them peaches.
A Southern Belle.
A Southern
Southern
Belle.
Belle, yeah.
So she goes, "Sir, can you hold my purse while I go get some food? Because the line for food is long."
Okay.
Absolutely. Hold her purse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Another one comes over. I'm holding 27 purses.
Okay.
By the end of this,
man.
and I'm sitting like this, and Freddie's
Get
on the
the
other
bag.
chair on that side. He's rolling.
He's laughing.
He says, "Did you set this up?" I go,
I think
"Freddie,
he did.
I don't even know what the hell I'm doing."
You obviously looked like the most trustworthy person in the room.
Yeah,
Would
they
you give me
trust
your
you
purse?
with. Yeah, they trust you. with
Honestly,
their bag.
if I didn't know who you were, no.
They trust you with
Now,
their bag.
yes, you can
You
have my
know,
purse
there
any
was
day.
a
I would trust
time-
you.
You're so full of beans. Do the eyes. But I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, what the hell is going on?
Hey,
And did they all do their thing, come back, and be like, "Oh, thank you so much"?
I got 4 cards to call them, and they said, "Thank you very much." But you know how crazy this is? That night we went to a dinner.
You sure it was 20 purses
Oh my
and
God,
not
might
like
have been
4?
more. Might have been more. So that night we go to dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's at the place, and people coming in, and I go to the bar to buy a round of drinks, and it took forever. When I come back, I see my son and Sarah and Linda, and they're all laughing.
Now what happened?
So I said, maybe this had something to do with the daytime activity. What's going on with the drinks? My son's name is Freddie.
Correct.
My name is Freddie.
Yes.
They thought that Linda was dating my son.
Oh boy.
because he was the only Freddie at the table. And they're rolling, and there's maybe 20 people at this table, and they're all laughing hysterically. I was the butt of the joke again.
I mean, it was an interesting day or interesting
Have
night.
you ever had a day like this?
Yeah.
Anybody ever come up to you,
Yeah.
mistake you for somebody else, and they're buying you dinner and everything? They don't know it was
Oh,
ever
no, I
happened?
had that.
No.
Would you allow it to happen?
It depended on the situation. If it was humorous, if it was.
She has to like the dude. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I
I don't
feel
like
like
the
no,
dude.
I
I ain't
feel
doing
like
that.
I wouldn't fake something, or if something like that happened at the end, I would offer to pay if it wasn't meant for me. You know, I would be honest about it.
Honesty is not always
The
good.
best policy?
No, it's not always good.
They say it's the best
Yeah,
policy.
it's not always good. I met a chick once, and she was hot, man, but she couldn't put a stamp on. She couldn't lick a stamp on an envelope. She would miss. It's that bad. And I had to be honest and say, "You are the woman of my dreams."
You said that to her?
I didn't want to hurt her feelings. She probably said the same
Oh,
thing
no.
about me. Don't feel bad.
No,
I told
she-
you I had women in Florida say, "I can't date you. You're from the north."
Oh yeah, because Northerners like you guys are rude.
I said I could swear that the Civil War was over many years ago. What do you mean we're rude?
No, you guys.
You're
are
just
rude.
as rude. You're from Boston,
No,
which is even
I
more
mean,
rude.
I mean, I had to get a dose of Boston, but like Northerners,
parks
like
the
you
car.
guys are like
He parks the car and gets caught.
In Harvard Yard.
You guys are straight up. You guys are rude. Like you guys don't care.
The
New
people in
York-
Florida are
Do you-
much more rude than New York.
How do you say what you're drinking in your cup?
Coffee.
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 And do you say water?
Water.
What
Water.
about orange?
Orange. But you know what it means. But I say some of the wackiest things anyway.
There's some Freddieisms that sometimes I go,
What's the desktop called?
Oh, you told me yesterday. A deck. You called
put
it
your
a
stuff
deck.
on the deck.
Which I said I know being on deck is something completely different than the desktop.
What do you call a female? A good-looking brick house.
Brick house.
A brick house.
You saying brick house?
I think of the song Brick House.
That's where it came from. You don't remember? They used to call broads brick house, and or broad. I used to call women
I was
broad.
gonna say
and
I
they
don't
told me
think
to stop
I don't
saying
think
that.
people say that word either
Yeah,
anymore.
Is that inappropriate? If I call you broad, do you feel offended?
A
Do
little
I pop a
bit.
nerve?
A little bit.
Why? Well, because you're Miss Proper. You have to be a proper broad. You see, it's different.
I feel like I'd rather be called a chick than a broad.
Really?
I think
I know
so.
your name. It's funny. You can get away with certain things with certain women. Like Teddy, I could call her a broad, and she had an axe. She says, "I'm a tough broad."
Oh yeah, she did have an axe everywhere.
She had axe and knives and guns.
She was
Tattoo
very
that says-
prepared for any,
A woman you
dare
don't
you.
want to mess with.
She had on her arm, "I dare you."
any situation she was ready for. Any
True
situation.
that.
Tough cookie.
You gotta say.
Are you a tough cookie?
Different kind of tough. I have tough skin, but I don't come off as tough.
Do you run your relationship, or do you let the other party run it? So you're tough. How do you politely say shut it uppy"?
I'd walk away, or you give them the silent treatment.
What? You can't do that. There's no communication in silence. So you're the type of broad that you have to say, "Listen to the silence."
They'll figure it out. It's almost like how you do with the crew.
I don't do that.
Not silence, but you let them figure it out instead of
Oh,
telling
yeah,
them.
You just put the word out there.
Okay,
You
let me ask you a
understand
question. You're holding a key and you're looking for the door.
Yeah.
Okay, and what am I saying? How do I? Dawn will say, "Put the key in the door." I'm not going to do that. You should have enough common sense to figure it out.
Right.
Am I wrong?
And in my situation, if I was arguing or if something happened, they should have enough common sense to figure out what went wrong or what
Suppose
happened.
a guy wants to take you to McDonald's and you want to go to a restaurant because look at the face. She
Okay.
put that wrinkle right here. Like, McDonald's? What?
I love
Really?
some McDonald's.
You
I'd
like
prefer
it?
Wendy's over McDonald's, though. I like a
Really?
Frosty.
So your first date could be a Wendy's?
If it's with the right kind of person,
You like French fries or onion rings?
French fries.
Why don't you get both?
Not big on onion rings.
You ever gone to a restaurant and you and the other person can't decide what to get for dessert, so you get everything?
Not everything. We tend to, maybe we'll get two things.
Or is
I'm
it-
a person that I like to sit down. I like it when there's a type of meal where you're looking at something good on the menu, I'm looking at something good on the menu, and we'll decide, okay, you order that, I'll get this, we'll split this,
You do the
get an
small
extra of
plates
this.
thing?
Oh, yes.
You're a small.
And then
you're a
you get to
millennial.
taste everything. Then you have the best of both
I know,
worlds.
I know. I get introduced to small plates. They already know I hate that because
Why?
everybody gets. You get one egg roll. How do you divide one egg roll into
I mean,
four
that's
people?
not going to work, but
Yeah.
All the food gets divided on small plates, and then you end up paying $70. They tell me, yeah, but you got to taste 4 things.
you'd have to eat your fair share.
No, I like to eat. I don't want to have a small plate. That's such a tease. This is really good. Can I get more?
That means you're not ordering enough of the small plates. You have to have enough small plates
Honey,
to then when you're full.
I've paid $400 in small plates. Trust me, it's not that.
Well,
it's
then you're
that-
going to the wrong place to
No,
have
we
the small
got to
plates.
some very nice places, and some of the food, I can't even pronounce it. It has all that French to it or whatever. It's great.
Just because it's hard to pronounce doesn't mean it's the best.
Well, I'm just saying, like, what's that thing they put on fries now?
Ketchup?
No, Smartie. the flavoring, the
Seasoning.
Like Cajun? What are you talking Cajun?
not Cajun.
Different spices.
No, it's the
Ranch
mushroom
dressing?
sauce. That's
Yeah,
that very
that's the
expensive
best.
sauce. That very expensive. Is it black mushroom sauce? What is that?
Black mushroom sauce.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me. But they show these small plates, and okay,
Talking about caviar, 'cause
No.
Yeah, black pepper.
it'll come to me. Again, it's one of those moments. Alana.
okay. We can't read your mind all the time.
Most definitely.
Dawn will know. But anyway, so I'm sitting here, and I'm having all these small plates, and Freddie
Mm-hmm.
wants a baseball bat. You know what a baseball bat is?
What you play baseball with, but not in the context
It's a
you're putting
steak.
it. You call a steak a baseball bat?
Steak of baseball.
I need a dictionary for all the Freddyisms.
Steak of baseball.
Slick, have you ever heard a steak called a baseball bat?
Not at all.
You don't
I
even
heard
know
a
what the word
T-bone.
steak is.
I heard a T-bone. I was upset with sirloin because it was small.
And you
It was
put
small
seafood
piece.
on your steak?
Yeah, of course. You gotta have surf and turf.
Surf
with
and
your
turf.
steak. Yeah,
You
with
do
your
that?
steak, Yeah.
I love surf
You like
and turf.
that? Oh, I thought you were a vegetarian.
Oh no, I would die. I don't eat very many vegetables.
So you like a steak meal with some seafood on Mashed potato?
Lobster mac and cheese is very good.
a steak?
Not on a steak, but some lobster, some crab legs,
So you
a
like
good
seafood?
steak. Oh, a seafood, Italian.
You ever
Steaks.
been to All City or Fish City? If All City, I don't know, the big steak seafood house.
No, not.
In
Is it up
Boca?
here? I haven't been to that
The
one.
best. It reminds me of City Island in the Bronx. But that's what I like. So I'm watching all these small plates float around, and my daughter-in-law already says, "Okay, I know you're gonna get." So I ordered a baseball bat. And I get me some
Not to
seafood.
share, just for you.
I gotta share it
Not the
too.
movie.
You got
No,
nice
I'm asking.
plates.
They were all sharing the plates, and then you
share
ordered
your
the
food
steak.
on your
You
plate?
shared it.
You like to share your food on your plate?
If it was agreed upon before it arrived, then that's one
I'm
thing.
sorry.
That's reasonable.
Nobody's
That's
ever gonna
reasonable.
agree upon it. They see this. They go,
No,
"Can I
no,
have
because
some?"
she's kind of right on that. Because like sometimes you get that like hovering fork
It's your
it's
sister
because it's
talking,
never agreed upon, and then they like they.
But there
take
is
a
no
fork.
agree upon. When you're on a date, what's yours is hers, and what's hers is hers, right?
That's
So
what
you're
you're saying?
sitting there. What do you? You're eating your steak. She
That's
says,
when I
"I want
start
it. Can I
eating.
taste it?" You're gonna tell her no.
Well, I was
No, I
gonna
can't
say,
say
and
that. I
there's a
can't say
difference
that,
between
yeah.
me just taking the food right off your plate
Nah, I've
versus
seen
saying,
people take it
"Oh,
off.
that looks really good. Do you like it? Could I try a piece?"
I have friends that used to do that.
But you don't like that.
Some
Because then
just
if
take it.
this person wants to try, then that person wants to try, then this person wants to try, and
Go
then
back to the small plate.
So-
and then
some
you're back to a
just
small
take
plate.
it.
I say time out, and I cut it up here.
Done.
That's yours.
But I don't. I like to enjoy food.
I know.
You
Me
know.
too.
You too?
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
What's your favorite type of food?
Everything. Steak, chicken.
Slick, what about you? What's your favorite?
It's pasta. But yours?
Carbs. Good old carbs.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong
Pasta.
with
You
that.
know, I eat my spaghetti dry.
Why?
No
I don't
butter,
like-
no nothing?
With a little garlic sauce and butter, but I don't like the rest sauce.
Yeah, I like butter, garlic, salt.
I don't like that.
Unbelievable.
And the best thing, if you ever take me to an Italian restaurant, you know what I'm
Yeah.
gonna order?
Noodles and butter?
Linguine and clam.
and clam.
Clam sauce. Yeah.
I like mussels, but not a fan of clams.
Oh, I have mussels and French fries in Miami. I could take you to
Mussels
a
and
place.
French fries?
Oh, you gotta have the combination.
From what restaurant was it?
Oh, I have
I've
a
never heard
place-
of mussels and French
I
I
fries.
have a
Yeah.
place. That's how they serve it. Mussels. They give you like 100 mussels and French fry.
Reminds me of what was the combination the other day? It's like apple pie and hot dog. What was
Oh
it?
yeah,
That's
something like yeah.
Sounds like another hot dog apple pie
Doritos,
combination.
Doritos.
It's not
and
gonna go
tuna.
down right.
Oh my gosh, they were talking about this yesterday. Doritos and tuna fish.
Yep.
Delicious.
I'm not a fan of tuna though.
If you have these mussels and the French fries, you're gonna say, you know what, Freddie? I gotta admit, this is some combination.
They serve them together. They serve the mussels on top of the French
No,
fries.
they put it on the side. You can have it underneath if you want, but I take it on the side. So I used to know this lady that I used to work with down at Granite Transformations, and we used to go every Friday to have this. And it wasn't cheap, but it was, oh my God. Oh my God.
It was that good.
Oh, it's better than that. But I love different combinations. I love seafood. I love steak. Octopus. You like the octopus?
Calamari,
Octopus.
fried.
No, octopus.
Sometimes, but not
Octopus
octopus.
salad.
Octopus like.
Not octopus.
You don't like octopus? Have you ever tried it?
Yes.
Gotta try.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Barcelona, tapas.
Oh, in Barcelona. Isn't that the best place in the world?
Very cool place to be. Love
Barcelona's
the
best.
the marketplace over there is insane to walk around. You think you've been to a market over here in the U.S. anywhere, a fresh market. Just go overseas, over to the UK, over to Spain. That is the
The
market.
best. They know how to
But
do
they
it.
do tapas, the little plates.
I don't like
They
it.
live off of their little plates.
I tell the guy, bring me a bigger plate. I hired a girl. I gave her $120 U.S. money
Okay.
in the UK. And she was one of the hostess or waitress, whatever you call them. I don't know what the proper name is anymore. And I said, this is for you. And she says, for what? I says, I'm going to be here 3 days. And I need somebody to teach me all the traditions here in the UK. What trumpets, whatever the hell that thing is. I want to spot the tea. I want to do the whole thing. She brought me a gallon of tea. I said, okay, you might as well share this. I ain't drinking all this. And she brought me the thing with the cucumber sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't like a cucumber sandwich?
Mm.
They're dainty.
And
Sounds like you
have
went
to
to
eat it like this?
sounds like you went to high tea.
I was at the Four Seasons.
Oh.
Very high.
Okay.
But she gave me a tour of everything. So she says, I'm going to take you to the zoo. I said, okay, nice. Let's go to the zoo. And I go to the zoo and I go, where are the animals? She says, the zoo is a park. And it's funny because I was telling Tony the other day. She's laughing. Yes, it's a park, Freddie. No animals.
It's not like the Bronx Zoo.
No.
No.
I don't know. You can smell the Bronx Zoo from So she says, would you like to see the animals? I go, yes. So she takes me to the 4 squares
Okay.
where the pubs are.
There
And
you
the soccer
are.
matches are in the street. It smells like beer and butt.
They're
She
sweating.
says, and here is the zoo.
She had a good sense of humor.
Oh, she was the best. I paid her, and she showed me all. I was at Piccadilly Circle.
Very
Oh my
nice.
God, this is going back in the day. I was at Piccadilly Circle, and she showed me all these famous spots there where they did the filming of American Werewolf and all that. And then we went to the Buckingham Palace.
Very proper.
Okay.
Were you
So-
impressed?
I was. I said, yo, homie, how can you be with that stupid hat in the sun? I was doing the old, Bronx routine, and the guy's
Wow. Did they? They didn't move at all.
They were not amused.
Yeah. Okay.
like, no, the guy went like this to me. With his loose hand, he went like that.
I thought they were gonna like
No,
push you
I
back.
thought I was going to get arrested. But they're far away from you, so I'm screaming at the guy and do my Brooklyn thing, my Bronx thing. You know that accent thing?
Yes, I'm
Now,
aware.
you originally from Florida?
Yes.
All the time?
All the time.
And you're originally from who
Florida. I'm originally
not from
from
Florida.
Haiti, and then I moved to Florida,
And then you went
I
to
went
Boston,
to school in Boston,
and then you came back
yeah.
here.
I've never lived where it snowed.
You go to your refrigerator, open the freezer.
I would say I
I
was.
don't think I'd be a fan.
Yeah, don't.
You've never been to New York?
I've been to New York,
It
but I've
snows
never
there.
but I've never lived in a place where the seasons truly change.
Oh, you're missing out.
Yeah, no, you're not.
The first time I saw leaves change color was when I went off to college in Tallahassee. And it would get cold for winters, but never cold enough for it to snow.
But
But
you've
I've
never
seen
been
snow.
to New York in December?
Not in
Rockefeller
December.
Center with the tree and the ice.
One time, but it wasn't snowing yet. It was right when they first put the tree up.
story changes, so you have been.
I've been to New York.
And the snow.
I've seen snow, but not in New York.
Didn't she just say she's never been anywhere there's snow? Am I being confused?
I've
Yeah,
never lived anywhere where it's
like
snow.
actually
Like I've never
frolicked in it.
experienced shoveling the driveway
It's
and
horrible.
and adjusting the heater in your house
And, like,
and having a basement.
Yes.
Those
Yes.
kind of
this
experiences.
This is what we're gonna do. My sister lives in the Heights.
Ooh, beat
So what we'll do when this has a snowstorm coming, we'll
Shipping me
travel up
away?
there for one day. So you can go and shovel anything you want. There's a lot of shoveling to do. You can mess around with the thermostat, all you want, because you're gonna say, up it to 90.
I'm telling you, I haven't even lived in the snow, and I don't think I would like it.
Oh, you'll love it.
No, trust me, because
Yeah, you put on
there's
boots and
months
stuff,
there's
it's
months
fine.
of gray days in the Northeast. Like there's no sun. The sun
Yeah.
is blocked out
A
by
lot of
just
people get
gray
very
clouds.
sad in the cold
Because
months.
there's no sun. It's
You got to
always-
take vitamin D. You got to remember to take your vitamin D.
You
have
know,
to change
you're
from
a typical
lotion.
Bostonian.
You have
that's
to
why.
take. You have to remember to
New
not
York is
use
a tough-
lotion and use oil because
Mhm.
you have to stay hydrated. The snow, you know, it's not for the faint at
Would
heart.
you go skiing,
I did. Colorado. and
snowboarding, or just
Sugar-
skiing?
Not snowboarding, it was skiing. I can't ski for nothing.
No?
No.
Are we not coordinated?
No, me coordinated. I
You
can
didn't
barely
go.
dance.
You didn't go sledding. I went some.
You know
I
who
did some
was not
sledding up
coordinated
there.
yesterday?
Oh, this one.
He was tripping all over the studio, blaming the rug when he hit into the chair, knocking things over.
He has a size 5 foot and he wears a size 12 sneaker.
I could only imagine him in skis.
Skis and ice skates. Yeah, I'm kind of like a runaway train.
I went to Vermont to ski, and I'm skiing the Snow Bunny slope. You know the beginners.
Yes, the
And I'm
easy
skiing-
one.
Yeah, and there's this big lump of something in front of me. Now I don't know how to go left or right, so I went into
Pizza,
it.
French fries, pizza, French fries.
Well, I hit smorgasbord because I hit this coat that this woman left right in the middle of the ski.
No one was in it, was it?
No.
Okay.
So I go down like a
I'm
tumbleweed.
imagining a little kid bundled up in the snow or something fell over.
I
and
am-
Freddie, vroom,
There
right
are
over.
skis everywhere. I'm like this on the ground. They come over to help me, and this beautiful woman says, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I left my coat on." I said, "Yes, you did." I said, "It's okay." As meanwhile, my elbow's cracked and my neck
It's
is
all
bleeding.
broken.
And so we ended up dating.
And that is how they met.
Yes.
I took her to see Cruising. You remember Cruising with Al Pacino?
I mean,
I
I
want
can
you to
say
look it up
yes. I
today.
know Al Pacino though. Yeah, I can
I'm
say
gonna,
yes.
I'm gonna have you guys look up Cruising
Cruising.
because it was about the gays and stuff like that. There was pickets. There were people picketing in front of the movie theater.
Oh.
So I said to her, "We have to walk through the picket if you want to go see this movie." Oh, Freddie, yes, this is so exciting. So I had to walk through a picket. Guy hit me in the head with a freaking sign. Walk in the picket. I go into the movie theater, and in the day you were allowed to smoke in the movie theater,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's lining up joints.
Oh.
Now, I didn't think it was appropriate to take a female to this theater, and they're passing the joints around and everything. It's just
Did you
wild.
did you
This
get
is in the
past? Did
village.
you get past?
Of course, and I passed it to her. I thought she would pass it on, and I'm like, whoa.
She was.
So I'm
she's
seeing
joining
Cruising.
the party.
No, this is one of those dates of hell, man.
She was joining the party.
Was this the first date? Was this the last date?
Yes, it was.
Kind of looked like it.
I went home in a yellow cab
Mm-hmm. Alone?
to the Heights. I said, listen, I gotta go. I just walked out. It cost me $56 plus a tip to get home. That's why I don't have many fond memories of the Heights.
Why not?
There's
though?
no cab wants to go in there.
Oh wow.
Anyway, thank you for
But
playing.
is there like a way? Because I know like when I was up north, like anything I wore, I was still cold.
No matter how many layers
No
you
matter
put
how
on?
many layers, no matter
Your
how many
thermals,
thermals.
your socks.
I
Oh
will.
my God,
I
I'm
will.
still
I
cold.
will show you how you wear thermals with heated underwear. And it has a little battery
I'm
pack
not-
on the side.
We'll have a competition. We could bring in all the clothes and see how fast the boys could put on all their layers.
I am not.
I don't do that no more. Do you know when I first came to Florida, I only had winter clothes.
You know, had no summer clothes?
I get.
And now look,
Look at
And
you.
I
we're
took
ready to be cruising
Charlie
any day of
Sheen,
the week.
look at
I
you.
took a garbage can and burned them.
He said no more.
I donated.
He
like,
said, I'm not going back.
You know what they gave me for a Christmas gift one time? A snowblower. Because I had buildings, not houses, that I had to go clean.
Well,
in my brand new pickup truck. So I rewarded myself with a truck, and then they gave me a snowblower in the back. Michelle says, that's so to make your life easier, and if you want to get you some extra gallons of gasoline tanks. I said, wow, they really love me. They gave me a damn snowblower.
Ooh,
Yeah,
right
we're going
on
to go
time,
anyway, right on time.
time.
All right, listen, we will see you at midday.
Yes, sir.
Don't be late.
See what shenanigans Freddie has in store.
Oh, I have a lot of shenanigans. She's going to be tap dancing with no shoes. Anyway, we'll talk to you later.
Don, we missed you. Come back soon.
Thank you for listening to the morning show. As I go now to fill my mug, which is completely empty, I'm coffee out.
Your cup runneth over.
No, company dry.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Tune in for all of our other morning shows coming from Ant Media Productions, and then our afternoon show at 12 o'clock.
And always join us for more fun and laughs, because you know, your day starts when you smile.
Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.